Hey guys, so this is a Tuesday afternoon. It's rather raining outside, and sadly this week I only get one day off, and it's Easter Sunday, which I actually might wind up working. So I didn't post a creature feature last week, or did I? No, I didn't. And I was going to post a creature feature this week, except that my 60-hour week quickly turned into an 80-hour week because it seems that the workforce out there seems to think that it's great to get a job but not actually show up for the job. So consequently, instead of being able to be here and film and go over stuff and do Q&As with you guys, I have to go to the job and do their job and my job and hope to God I still have energy to do anything other than go to bed when I get home. Which doesn't happen. The good news is that, thank God, by the end of the month, the regular store manager will be back, and hopefully my 70 and 80-hour weeks will go back down to about 50, and this thing will become much more manageable because one more body that's willing to work is actually going to show up. So that's a good thing. Sadly, today in the news did herald some bad news, and that is the grievous loss of the fire at Notre Dame Cathedral in France. And that was the first thing that hit my feed when I turned on the internet, and it looks like, thankfully, and I might be wrong, so please forgive me if I'm wrong, it doesn't look like there was any loss of life, that no one died in the cathedral, but it does look like there was quite a bit of damage to the cathedral, although I'm hearing reports that some of the major sculptures that were up on the roof and the scaffolding have been salvaged. The spire that is the iconic part of the roof line did collapse, but there are already huge charitable contributions coming in for the rebuild, and from what the preliminary reports are, it sounds like the fire has happened part of the renovations and the repairs and the reconstruction that's been going on as part of the cathedral, and that on Thursday of last week they did find some structural issues on investigating, and so while it is exceptionally sad, my thoughts go out to those who are dealing with this catastrophe. Looks like that the fire is out now and repairs and renovations can go back to it, and thankfully no one lost their life, and I have great faith that with as well documented as Notre Dame Cathedral is, that it will be back up to its full glory. While not maybe original historical accuracy, it will be rebuilt, and there is plenty of charitable contributions coming in to help the people that are in charge of that project bring Notre Dame back to its full glory. One of the reasons that I did not post last week, and it was because I had to put up an excessive amount of hours, and I did not post today, and you're getting a vlog entry instead, is because over the weekend I went to the Supernatural Convention and went to the J2 panel, so I had my focus elsewhere this week, and I'm sorry, but I'm a Supernatural fan, and that was just one of those things that was on a bucket list, and I got to do it. So I'll post some pictures from the convention. We only went and saw 3 panels. We got to see Ruth's panel, we got to see Rob's panel, and we got to see J2. Despite the fact that one of the party members that we went with really apparently wanted to go home very, very early. But we didn't. We stuck it out. So that's one of the reasons why you guys are not getting a Tuesdays with Tommy creature feature. And I haven't posted artwork recently. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I've been putting in 60-70 hours at my 9-to-5 job, and despite extreme hiring, a lot of these people get jobs, they work out the first couple of days, and then they never show up again. So you get your hopes up that things are going to work out, and then we're back down to a staff of 10 or 12 when we should have 20 or 30 people, and then you kind of have to make up all those extra hours. So I apologize for there being a lack of content. Hopefully at some point people will actually get hired on and keep their jobs, because this is getting old. Tuesdays with Tommy, there is an update with Tommy, who is the Borneo Sumatran orangutan at the Milwaukee Zoo, who the creature feature is named after. Tommy's current enclosure mate, or as far as you guys knew, his current enclosure mate, Rama, who is a Bornean orangutan, has been moved as of last week. Rama, who is a Bornean orangutan, was moved out to the Phoenix Zoo as of April 8th was her last day with Tommy, and she's off to the Phoenix Zoo, and I'm assuming it's mostly for breeding purposes. Which leaves Tommy alone in his enclosure for the time being. And so maybe when things wind down again, we will be able to go back and try doing more behavioral studies with Tommy again, since it seems that the few times that I've gone there in the last couple of weeks, that he has been very, very focused on Rama, much more than he was with MJ. And so maybe some interaction will happen. I don't know. I don't want to promise anything because things at work are a little volatile. So we will cross our fingers and hope for the best. In the upcoming creature feature is a white-bellied stork, or the blue-faced stabby bird. So I do have one written up. So for the blue-faced stabby bird of terror. Just in case you guys didn't think I was working on any artwork, I was working on some. This is a flamingo that I was working on. Specifically, it was one of the flamingos at Timbavati, I think. It was either Timbavati or Animal Kingdom, because they have the same kind of flamingos. They're not the Caribbean flamingos, is my point. So I have this in progress. It is in, the background is in Inktense, and then the bird itself is in watercolor. I have filmed this much of it, however, obviously we got more filming to do. Also, in case anybody was wondering, and I will have to move my camera shot, yes, I was working on the cabinet. So those who are looking for the faux finishing techniques, I did start the cabinet. Clearly it needs more work, but I actually am at the point where I'm trying to do so much with this channel and so much at work that I spent 12 hours. I came home from work yesterday at like 4 o'clock and slept until like 8 o'clock this morning, and I have to work at 10. So I'm getting just about enough sleep to just get me through my shifts at work. Hopefully on Easter Sunday I'll have enough time to actually get some more episodes filmed so that you guys can get a white-bellied stork on Tuesday, and that now that hopefully on Easter Sunday I will be able to have enough rest and have enough time away from the store to be able to get you your white-bellied stork episode for your Tuesdays with Tommy. And now that I took the Galaxy video down and things are starting to even out on the rest of the videos, it seems like the horses are the very popular item, and so maybe we'll do an episode with the Midwest Horse Fair with the Liberty presentation. I did not do the Liberty presentation or the Midwest Horse Fair this week, and honestly I'm kind of glad, because there was a snowstorm that whipped in, and while we were down in Chicago when it hit, and it was a very long ride home, I did not endure an entire weekend of snow and horses. But the counter to that is I do not have any fresh Liberty presentations for you guys, but I still have archives and archives of Midwest horse fair footage. So we have lots of horses that we can do for tutorials, and Liberty presentations and breed presentations. So not all is lost. So that's gonna be your weekly update. I have to be at work in an hour, so I'm gonna edit this, post it, so you guys know that I haven't abandoned you. It's just been a very, very busy week, and I am gonna hit it or quit it. So this is signing off from the studio, and again, my thoughts are with those who are dealing with the fire out at Notre Dame, and I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you.